If you've landed on this channel, there's a good chance something in your business feels off. Not broken, not failing, just off. You're working hard, you're showing up, you've probably invested real time and real money into trying to make it click. And yet there's a persistent gap between the business you're building and the one you know you're capable of. That gap has a name, and this channel exists to close it. My name is Alexandra. I'm the co-founder of Ignite Your Business, and I want to spend the next few minutes telling you exactly who this channel is for, what we're going to do here together, and why I believe the work we're about to do matters. I spent 13 years as a senior HR manager at a luxury international hotel group. I was good at it. I genuinely loved the part of the work that involved watching people grow, taking someone insecure and inexperienced and watching them step into their own capability. That's when I first fell in love with transformation. But I hit a ceiling. The work I loved stopped challenging me, and the natural next step in the organization wasn't a direction I wanted to go. Then in 2012, my marriage ended. After 15 years together, the life I'd built, the career, the plan, the carefully constructed future fell apart, and I discovered something I wasn't prepared for. Without all of it, I had no idea who I was. I had merged so completely into someone else's life, someone else's plan, that when it was gone, I was a stranger to myself. And instead of sitting with that long enough to find out who was actually there, I did what most high-achieving women do. I started building a coaching business, a brand, a strategy, all of it layered on top of an identity I hadn't yet figured out. And it showed in content that fell hollow, in clients who weren't quite right, and in exhaustion that didn't make sense given what I was actually doing. It took 3 years of real inner work, personal development, coaching, self-inquiry, and more than a few uncomfortable decisions before I understood what had gone wrong. And what I found on the other side of that work became the foundation of everything Ignite is built on. You cannot build something real on an identity that was never truly yours. Clarity about who you actually are isn't a soft concept. It's the most practical foundation on which business can stand on. This channel is for soulpreneurs, coaches, healers, facilitators, and service-based entrepreneurs who are deeply gifted at human connection and who are trying to build a business around that gift without losing themselves in the process. You've probably come from a corporate career or a life that looked right from the outside and arrived at the point where you knew you were built for something more aligned, more meaningful, more yours. You've taken the leap, or you're standing at the edge of it, and you're discovering that building a soul-driven business is harder than it looked. Not because you lack the skills, not because the market doesn't need what you offer, because nobody taught you how to build a business from the inside out, from your real identity, your real voice, your real story, from clarity, not performance. That's what we're going to build here. Ignite exists for one reason: to help soul-driven entrepreneurs bring their true voice to the world so their work can create the impact, the abundance, and the change that came from what we create. We believe your story is your strategy, that your voice, when it's clear and grounded and genuinely yours, is the most powerful marketing tool you'll ever have. That business can be both sacred and strategic, and you do not have to choose between the two. Our mission is to empower soulpreneurs to anchor their voice, align their business, and attract their tribe, to give them the systems, the strategy, and the support to bring their meaningful work into the world. That mission starts here, on this channel, one teaching at a time. Every week, I'll bring you a teaching drawn directly from the real work, the work I do with my clients, and the work I continue to do on my own business. No hype, no generic advice, no strategies borrowed from someone else's playbook. We'll cover identity, message, audience, offer, and presence. We'll talk about money, the blocks, the wounds, the patterns that keep talented coaches and healers undercharging and overgiving. We'll talk about visibility and what actually makes showing up feel sustainable instead of exhausting. And we'll talk about leadership, what it means to build a business that you're genuinely proud to stand behind. Every video is designed to give you something specific, a framework, a reframe, a question worth sitting with, something that moves the needle, not just in your business, but in how you see yourself within it. If you're new here, I want to give you something before you go. The Brand Clarity Assessment is a free 15-minute diagnostic that maps your clarity gaps across 5 dimensions: identity, message, audience, offer, and presence. It assigns you a clarity archetype that names your primary breakdown point, and it gives you a clear, specific place to start. Most soulpreneurs who take it tell me it's the first time someone has accurately named what's been wrong. Not in general, but for them specifically. You'll find the link in the description below. Take it, then come back here and let's get to work. Subscribe so you don't miss a week. And if this video has resonated with you, leave a comment and tell me where you are right now. What does stuck feel like for you? I read everyone, and I'll see you next week.